My name is BC Trey, and I'm on a J All Day podcast.
Okay, so this video started a minute ago, and something happened with my phone, so you missed half of the whole conversation of the new snack alert and also a Lil Boosie conversation because he's from Baton Rouge. So BC Trey, we're just gonna take it off from here though on YouTube because it just makes more sense. Oh Lord. Okay, so where did we had a complication. I'm just gonna say that on the podcast too, YouTube, but at least you guys heard the Boosie part. YouTube didn't hear the Boosie part, so to listen to the full thing, go to the podcast. But anyway, so back to you. Where did we finish off?
I said
family members.
It was like about like to me bringing back like kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay, so bringing back. You sound like You don't sound like, but it's the kind of music. Brian McKnight, Tyrese, the real deal, fucking R&B that I love listening to when I was a kid. That we're missing. We're missing that right now. So you being 23, super young, not really even being in like the R&B time, but that's what you listen to.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of, but I think like me kind of singing, that's what it kind of like stemmed from. I still go like, even when I'm like having like a writer's block or something, I kind of go back and start listening to it again, like old school.
Because that shit comes from the heart. It's just different, right?
Yeah.
So when you do write your songs, and you write your own songs, right?
Yeah, I do.
So do you write them based off of your life, or are you more like a Tupac, where it's based off of other people's?
So some of it can be based. Most of it, like most of the songs that I drop, has been based off of my life.
Okay.
But I got like probably like 2 songs, like probably like based off a situation or that one of my friends was going through or something. And I was like, okay, or somebody was telling me a story about their relationship. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of.
I see a lot of people with your music, they relate to it. And I think that's why it's like so many people really love R&B, is because it has that like relatability factor. When you're sad and you're going through a breakup, you want to hear a song that is, you could be like, this is how I feel, this is what I'm going through, right? So like you're doing the same shit. So with a lot of people, because I don't know, I just, every time I see you up, your followers are booming up. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that been crazy for you too?
Yeah. I'm like that.
Because I think when I first met you, you was, I don't know your exact number, but it wasn't like over 10.
Yeah, I had like 4,000.
And then I remember you saying, okay, I got 7,000, 3 more thousand till I hit 10. And then I looked like not too long ago, and it was 11. I was like, yeah, bro. Like, I feel like I was winning with him because you have a good voice. Like, it's not like some like, all right, he's cool, he has a couple hitters, this and that. It's like, nah, you really do have fucking talent. So it's, that's different though. And the R&B, if that's what you want to call it now, is all the same kind of shit. It's just like, it's the same, like rap. It's all the same type of bop right now. So for you to be able to come back in, switch it up, not even it be your day and age of R&B, have people relate to it and like it, like that's what we need. Just keep on coming back.
Yeah, I don't even know like how to like. I'd be like, people be like coming, like kind of like saying like coming. But when I first started it, like I was like, I didn't even know how to like do it.
Yeah.
But I didn't want it to be like fake, and I kind of like, I think it's time for me to like actually start using my voice and actually start. And it's kind of like, I'm not really good with like talking with my emotions and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
you'll get better at that.
When I'm like writing and I'm recording, that's the only time I feel like completely free. Like the song about like me, like a DNA test.
Yeah. That's actually funny because that's when I was just watching a couple days ago, and I was like, wow, that's deep.
Yeah. See, I would never like actually talk about that with somebody, but like.
And was that real?
Oh yeah, that was real.
So that was real. That's the best shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like everyone's always like, they hate when Mary J. Blige is happy. Because everyone's like, damn, we want some good music. But that, that's fucked up in a way, because, it sucks like to be an R&B artist. What you really write about is pain and sorrow.
Yeah. I be like, people, I really went through this.
Right, I really went through this shit. But it's dope because by you sharing your story, other people that might have had the same story, they feel like that everything's gonna be okay. You survived that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something strong. When did you first learn that you could sing?
When I was young, kind of like I feel like.
Because there's a difference between being able to hold a note and then actually fucking sing.
Yeah, so now little mommy used to be like, how all families sing, sing. So it was like, I sing, but I had like some family, he kind of sound like a little sheep.
Yeah.
But when I got in high school and I started singing out loud in front of people, and then females were like, oh.
Shit.
Yeah, that's when like, okay, I can sing.
Yeah.
And then I started like hearing like the rhymes and stuff that people do, and I just kind of copied like, oh, I can do that easy. So I was like, yeah.
That's dope. Who do you actually look up to?
Vocally?
Yeah.
I would say I listen to a lot of Tank.
Tank
A
is.
lot of Tank, yeah. He like the Tank, and people don't really listen to him.
I can totally see that too, because it's like that dun dun, like how he does this. I can't explain it other than that, but yeah, that shit. That's big making music right there.
Tank, Trey Songz.
Have you ever gotten a girl based off your voice?
As far as like together, like
yeah,
or like just
or
like
just
sexual.
Hit, yeah. I mean, whatever.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
have you ever like
yeah,
just gotten a girl by just like walking up to her and just singing like something corny?
Yeah, I feel like when I was in high school, it was like people used to be like sing to me, or like people used to like pay me to go sing to like their girlfriend or something. Yeah, so like I've definitely like this. I be chilling now. I be cool enough.
He's like, just make that clear. I'm doing that shit no more. Did you have like? I always tell myself, because like I'll dabble in singing, right? Like. I can't say that I'm Mariah Carey, but I can sing. But I'm definitely scared of singing in front of people. Like, I'll throw up. Like, I just have this worst fear of it. But like, if I'm comfortable in front of you, like everybody that I'm comfortable around, they know I can sing. But it's very few times where I'll sing in front of a stranger or whatever. So, but I always wish that I had like 3 other friends so I could like do like, you know, go around a trash can and sing old bops. And have someone do, you know, acapella and like, you know, have all of our parts and shit. Did you have any friends like that at school?
Yeah, we used to have like it was probably like two of us that can sing. There's not a lot of people that like really like that's like open about singing the music, and everybody kind of like want to be a rapper all day. Yeah. But it's like me and like probably like this other dude. We used to like go back and forth singing and like have little competitions in class.
That's what I'm talking about. That shit's tight.
It used to be like, oh man, okay. And in my head, you know, I didn't like my voice like that. It was like, I guess it sounds good. It sounds good to them, so that's why I keep doing it. But for me, I feel like it's kind of annoying. So I be like recording videos, singing. I'm like, I don't want to post
it's the worst, right?
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear myself until like in the studio. I'm like, oh, this shit. Oh.
Yeah, and I think that's with everybody though. Like even when I hear my voice or whatever, I'm always like, oh, jeez, like I can't even listen to this shit. It's the worst. But singing is so therapeutic, and it's dope when you can do it, and it definitely like a talent that you got to share to the world. I was in choir from when I was like 9 to 18. So I love like any church songs, my shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember being in college and I signed up for like an extracurricular activity. It was a community college and I wanted to be in choir because I was like, fuck it, I've done this my whole life. Let me just get some easy points. So I signed up for this community college class and I walked in and it was all 80-year-old women, but me. So I was like, damn it. Let me tell you though, I was everyone's favorite, and we did like Ave Maria and shit like that, but we did a medley of like Wait Mr. Postman and like all those old songs. So I took the solo from Mr. Postman, I wore a fucking polka dotted dress, went into
like
the
concerts and stuff.
It was because it was like you know, it was, well, they had like family come, but it was like chorus, and then like, you know, people would come for like holidays. You do like your little like holiday thing.
I took chorus my senior year. I moved to Atlanta my senior year.
That must have been lit in Atlanta. No.
For me, I moved like on circle, like it was like right after all the flood and stuff happened.
Oh, so it was bad.
Yeah. But I mean, it wasn't like I went to a good school. Like the school I went to was a good school. Like it was a school that played like Rich the Kid, like Summer Walker.
Okay.
Yeah, so like it was a good school for music and stuff like that.
So their choir must have been real popping.
Yeah, and it was crazy. Like I was in chorus, was like I really didn't learn anything because it was like they put me as like I was like a alto, so I was like kind of talking like.
You just did the background.
And anybody really know I can like sing. So it was like
that's like soprano's job. That's why I was always an alto because my voice was lower. So I was always like hella mad that like the sopranos or the second sopranos would always have the dopest parts, and I'd be like la 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 la, like fuck. That's so funny. How did the flood like fuck you and your family's house up and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, if it messed up.
Everybody.
When I left Louisiana, it was like I was working, and then I kind of like first my mom and them, they left, and I kind of stayed down there, and I moved in with one of my friends, but it was like 2 floods. It was like floods that happened back to back. So it was another flood that happened. And I lost everything, so like mentally I was kind of drained. So I just kind of like told my mom like I moved to Atlanta. I was staying with my auntie in Atlanta. I only went down there like I just had like one pair of shoes and clothes and on my back, and it was it. Cause I lost all my clothes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And film, they gave us like a check with like $600. I'm like, this don't replace everything I just had.
$600.
Yeah,
like here's it. All of your childhood memories and everything you ever paid
pretty
for.
much. Yeah,
here you go. That's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked. Okay, so you said you figured out you could sing when you was really young, and then you just was like, all right, I'm gonna be a singer. And that was it.
So when I was little, they asked me like, you know, like what you want to be when you grow up, and I said I wanted to be a singer. But you know, as you like get older, you kind of like start
You're
saying,
like, this isn't gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this like the amount of people that actually make it doing this, and I'm the type of like to like. I used to like, I don't know, what do I want to be happy? I want to be making money. So it was like, I'm going to just go to school, do the whole regular stuff.
Yeah.
And as I got older, you know, I was singing like here, and I post like a few Instagram videos. And then, you know, everybody was like, my cousins would be like, can you please start like record? And then my cousin, his name VCJ, he'll rap too. And he was like, bro, he said, bro, you hard, bro. You need to like record for real, for real. And then, like, I never wanted to start it so I could actually take it serious and sing about the stuff I actually want to sing about and completely be open about it. Yeah. So I say, like, around last year was the time I, like, actually, like, kind of, like, started taking it serious. And, like, because when I take something serious, I'm, like, all in. So I was in school. Yeah. And I wanted to wait till I graduate first. But I kind of, like, started, like, right while I was in the middle of school. And it was, like, dodging. Because I know this is what I want to do. Yeah. Singing, that's all I want to do. Like, I don't want to do nothing else. So I was kind of like just going to school just to like kind of like change like statistics as far as like black.
As you should. Mm-hmm. That's like, honestly, that's the best thing that you could do is just get a degree. Because you know what? Yeah. It's about having it too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always tell people the same thing because I was the first one in my family to get one. I've said it like 17 times on this podcast. But it's just really important to me. And I didn't think it was going to be that important because in my life nobody has one, and so I was like, man, that shit don't help you anyways, and it kind of doesn't sometimes, but it does make you feel more worthy. Like you know what, like I did this shit. Not every, like, especially like with me and my homies, like not a lot of people got degrees, so for me it's like I'm a big dog because I got a degree, you know what I mean? So that's important, and it shows for something. Like that's the biggest thing. And it's always something good to fall back on, at least. Like having a college diploma, I was going to say. Having a college degree is like having a high school diploma at this point.
Yeah, so, it really is. For real.
I mean, it's not, but at least you got it. So where did you go to college?
I went to CTC.
Okay.
Yeah, Central Texas College.
And then you moved out here, how long ago?
About 2 years ago.
For...
I'm in the military.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. What, Army?
Army.
Okay.
Next month, my last month.
And then are you leaving because of the Army too?
No, I'm out the Army. I'm trying to, I'm pursuing this like full, like,
the singing thing. That's dope. So what's the ultimate goal then?
The ultimate goal? I want to get to where, like, I want to be like all the plaques and all that stuff. Like, I really like.
So you want to go all in. You want to get.
I'm all in right now for real. Like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm really all in right now. I've been like putting in like a lot of money, like projects.
Yeah.
Everything.
No, I always see you working, man. Every time I see you on Instagram, you working. So you're moving to where did you say now?
So I'm going back to Louisiana, but I've been talking to like different labels. So it's like I'm gonna be going back and forth between like Texas, Atlanta, maybe even LA. So it's like yeah. I just told my mom. I just told her. You know, when she told me, like, go ahead, do your thing, it was like, that's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, so, yeah. And so when you get big, we're going to say when you get big and famous, do you want a ghostwriter? Like, do you plan? I don't mind people write for me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I just kind of like I started talking to one of my friends, one of my own, and I was like, yo, like, because he's talented, you know, like, I'm not like prideful or nothing, so like, 2 pens, I believe, is definitely better than 1. Okay. Like, yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, I can still write. So it's like, you know, I'm going to write about the stuff that I've been through. I'm writing about the stuff that, you know, I feel. But it's nice to have another person. I feel that. Because there's different vibes coming in. Yeah. And I'm just, you know, there are some people out there that it's like, once you take away that pen from somebody else, they have nothing. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? So it's good that you have exercised your ability to write first. And I used to think that was like my biggest problem. Like, I don't know, like, what am I writing about? I used to be like, what am I writing about? And then I started thinking, I'm like, what the hell? Like,
I like started drinking. I'm like, I can really just write on my life for real.
Honestly, that's really what it comes down to. And that shit is always gonna work because it's real shit. You're not thinking out the box like, some crazy Jerry Springer shit.
Just flow out. Yeah. Just flow out today when it's real. Definitely just come out by itself.
Yeah, and that's good therapy for you too. So I always told myself, like, if I ever made it big and famous, I would take all the people around me and pay them to do shit that normal people would do. So do you have like any plans like that in your head?
So
like,
right now
what's your daydreaming like?
My daydreaming?
Yeah.
What I think about a lot for real is like I don't know, you like see like the captions that I post about, but like I really want to like, my mom, she never been to prom before. So it's like something I want to do for like.
That's really dope.
Yeah. So it's like, but it's just like stuff like, I really want to move my family like out of Louisiana. When I say my family, just like the people that like really was there for me. Like it wasn't like a lot of people. Like my mom was a doctor, so it was just my mom, my brothers, and my best friend.
Your immediate family, like the ones that always held you down.
Yeah. So I'm trying to like, because I know you need a team to get to like up there. Yeah. So always. It's like, I've been talking to different people, like different like. One of the biggest A&Rs like slid in my DM, and it's like he said, yo, your music's dope. He's like, what's up? But after that, it was like nothing.
Silence.
I seen I seen it a little late. I seen it like a little late because it's like held DM, so it's like I seen it a little late, but it's like
they should expect it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like for me that was like, okay, I'm doing something right. Because that don't happen. So I'm like, if he's seeing me, then I'm doing something right. So I just keep doing what I'm doing, and eventually, hopefully, I get like a little team around me, but. I don't know about like paying. So I mean, like my brother, he was the first person to graduate in my family. So I don't know about like paying like people around me, but I know it's definitely like my mama or like my brother. I know there's something they can do for them to, like that'll help me and help them out. But at the end of the day, I want them to be happy of doing something that they like to do.
They want to do,
gonna help me.
Yeah. I feel that. I have just certain friends around me that are good at certain things like styling, makeup, hair, things like that. Where it's like. That's all I would ever want. It's just if you want to work for me, but for me it would be like work with me because that's just that person I am. But like I'll put you on my payroll before I put somebody else on that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
My brother, he do he does like YouTube videos, and some of his videos kind of like go crazy. So I tell him learn how to do music videos because when I get down there, when I come back down now, it's like it's go time. That's why I've been saying like. My last month in, I'm just kind of, I feel like I'm like holding my foot on the tail right now until I can really just let loose. Cause I be like, if they try to fly me out, I can't leave.
Right.
So when I'm done, I'm done.
This is dope. This is big. I'm excited for you. I really am. Okay, so what kind of projects do you have out right now? Where can people find your music?
You can find me, BC Tradem, on all platforms. I have a project called Blackheart and Tainted Love, which was the first project, and I have a few singles.
Okay. Real quick before we get into like your outro questions and stuff, masters. You planning to keep those?
Oh yeah.
Even if fucking I don't know, Sony comes to you and is like, I'll give you $1 million.
It's like
right now.
So for me, it's like I didn't sing like as far as like I seen I watch a lot of interviews, so it's like I seen like T-Pain got an offer from Akon.
Yeah.
And he got an offer from Atlantic Records. Yeah. Atlantic Records offered him $200,000. Akon offered him like I guess like $20,000, but Akon said $20,000 in the career, or you can go to Atlantic Records and just whatever happens. And he took the deal with Akon. So I'm like, good. For me, as long as the business good, I'm okay with it.
That's good.
So like if they want to master and the business good and the money is right, I'm okay with that too.
Do you have anybody around you that has been in the game that you could reach out to and have mentors? Because I feel like that's so important to do. Like, I feel like people are taking advantage of every single day. Doesn't matter who the fuck you are or how much research you do. Like, sports and music is like the #1 place that people just get their whole careers just ripped from them.
Yeah. I don't really like have like nobody like kind of. Yeah. So that's why I say I'm like looking for something like that. Yeah. But it's like I talk to people like my cousin, like his girlfriend was like a big rapper. So this artist he just slid in my DM. He want to sign me. What you think? I like running by him. They be like, don't do that. Like they tell me like how what kind of person he is in the industry, or how the industry see him. Yeah. And plus, him having this conversation with me is kind of like, it was like already kind of weird vibes. So
you seem like a person that would get good vibes. I just it's like I fucking hate to see people being taken advantage of. It's like the worst shit because I had a lot of homies play football and they got taken advantage of like crazy. So Just be smart. But I think you got this.
Yeah.
When you get hella big, then you're gonna do another interview for me so that I can get my fucking views up, alright? I'm gonna use your ass right quick. Okay, so the outro questions that I have, just first thing that comes to mind. So what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
First thing I do, I brush my teeth.
Okay. Favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal? I don't really eat cereal like that.
What was your favorite cereal?
Cheerios.
Cheerios? Yeah, not even Honey Nut?
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay, alright. I'll get those to you. Sometimes those are good. One thing someone would be really surprised to know about you?
I like history. Like I read
just
like
you're just like a big history.
Random history,
nerd.
like it'd be like Holocaust, like just like random,
okay.
our medieval stuff. Yeah.
That's okay. That's cool. I fucking hated history in school, and then come to find out, none of it was real anyways. Proudest moment.
Proudest moment. Honestly, I don't know. Like I don't know.
Just take a couple thoughts.
When I'll say when I graduated, because my mom was happy about it. Yeah.
Okay. You're close to your mom, huh?
Yeah, we close. Yeah.
Super close. Yeah, sounds like it. What's your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite. I cook shrimp fettuccine a lot.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. Shrimp, like, what kind of shrimp? We talking prawns or like little shrimp? The
little shrimp that you buy in the store, like the large. I don't want to get into too deep. I ain't trying to mess up because it tastes good, so I don't want to like try to change nothing up.
What's your most hated house chore?
My most hated house chore. I don't know. I kind of like clean up as I go, so I don't know. Like,
you are an odd 23-year-old, bro. You don't eat cereal. He keeps his house clean.
I used to eat cereal, but it's like since I've been older, like I just kind of like.
I know. I would eat it every single day of my life, but honestly, like it really it's just sugar.
I feel like that's all we used to eat though, like so. Like,
that's all I used to eat. That was like the beauty of childhood, bro. And you telling me even though during those times in Baton Rouge, you eating Honey Nut Cheerios?
Honey and probably I was eating like Cookie Crisp. And
thank you. See, now we get the real fucking
but
answers.
Like now I don't be really eating nothing like.
Oh my lord. And then last but not least, sour candy or chocolate?
Chocolate.
What's your favorite candy bar?
My favorite candy bar is like Payday. But I like Snickers, Baton Rouge.
I love this so much. I like so much about people during these questions. He said chocolate, but he likes Paydays. Do you put them in the freezer?
Nah.
The Paydays in the freezer, bro. I
never actually tried it.
Try that shit.
I put them in my pocket, let them warm up. They did not eat.
This guy. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Tell everybody where to find you on Instagram, wherever, Facebook, whatever you want.
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, _BC Trey. And I got a Facebook, it's BC Trey too. I don't really be on there like that, but I need to start it, so yeah.
Yeah, you need a like page, bro. Well, thank you for stopping by, and look out for him. I'm telling you, like, his music is dope. I wouldn't have him on the podcast if it wasn't. He can really sing his ass off. He's young, he's upcoming, and hopefully we'll see him, Jacquees, move out the way, because he makes his own songs, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you for real, so next time. Peace.